The battle for dominance in the Pacific Ocean has taken a dramatic turn. The United States has launched a new game-changing technology that has China trembling.
The Missile Defense Agency and the U.S. Navy conducted the first flight test involving components of the Aegis Ashore system Wednesday.
The new Pacific Defense System is undoubtedly one of the most powerful missile defense systems in the world. And with this, the U.S. certainly has an edge over China. Here's the important question: why is it so significant, and what impact would it have on the future of this conflict? Let's break it down. The United States just revolutionized missile defense in the Indo-Pacific thanks to its successful interception test. With this, they've delivered a strong message to their adversaries that the U.S. is prepared to defeat even the most modern missile threats. This achievement is more than just testing new technology. It is also about demonstrating that American defenses can prevent an attack before it occurs. The highlight of this testing was a next-generation tracking technology called the TPY-6 radar system, which is far superior than traditional radar systems. The thing that sets the TPY-6 apart from other systems is its ability to quickly detect, track, and differentiate between decoys and actual missiles. This differentiation makes it special and effective in the battlefield, as the rise of maneuverable warheads and hypersonic missiles have made defense extremely difficult. It also offers a unique 360-degree scanning coverage, which allows it to detect attacks early and initiate quick interception. This test also demonstrated the capabilities of the U.S. Army's new SM-3 interceptor. This cutting-edge missile defense weapon is designed to eliminate incoming threats before they ever re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. During the test, the SM-3 destroyed a simulated missile, indicating that the United States can now accurately eliminate long-range missile threats. This is a significant milestone, demonstrating that America's missile shield is more than just a theory. It works, and works well.
Put the Aegis system in automatic defense mode or automatic engagement mode. This means that the Aegis system can determine the target.
Why is this test causing so much ruffle in the world, especially in the Indo-Pacific? Since the region is slowly becoming a high-tech battleground, this type of advanced technology will surely help the United States stand on top of their competition. As North Korea is currently testing their new hypersonic missiles, which can go up to a top speed of Mach 12, this advanced radar and interception system would help the U.S. tackle them. Similarly, China's aggressively expanding its ballistic missiles by developing faster and more accurate weapons that can target U.S. bases and ships in the Pacific Ocean. With these adversaries developing a stronger and more powerful missile system, it was only logical that the U.S. comes up with a smarter system that can block these attacks. This successful interception test delivers a strong deterrent message. The United States is not only capable of defending its assets and friends, but is also actively developing its regional missile shield. With Guam acting as a critical first line of defense, the Aegis Ashore system, now bolstered with TPY-6 radar and SM-3 interceptors, makes it more difficult for China or North Korea to launch a successful missile attack.
SM-3 anti-ballistic missiles being launched to intercept them, and those are two. They'll eventually launch 4 SM-2.
This successful testing of the Aegis Ashore system has forced China to reconsider their offense strategies. China heavily relied on hypersonic or ballistic missiles, but this new system could easily intercept even the fastest warhead, rendering their attack useless. Under these circumstances, the Chinese military would have to rethink their approach, as the Pacific's balance of power is slowly shifting towards the United States. At first look, the little island of Guam does not appear to be a significant military powerhouse, yet its strategic relevance to U.S. Pacific security is unmatched. The island is located approximately 1,800 miles from China, which is why it serves as a crucial missile defense and forward operating station for the U.S. Army. With Indo-Pacific tensions escalating, notably over Taiwan and the South China Sea, Guam is no longer merely a crucial U.S. territory. It is one of the region's most heavily guarded security outposts.
Also serves as a major military base for the United States, with U.S. Air Force and Navy installations occupying some 29% of the island's total land area.
Due to its geographic position, Guam is the first line of defense against a potential missile from U.S. enemies like North Korea and China. Since it is closer to key military points in the region, the island allows for early detection and interception of warheads coming towards the United States assets or allied bases in countries like South Korea and Japan. This proximity to key opponent military flashpoints gives the U.S. the ability to respond quickly to an attack and make its damages less effective. If North Korea or China decides to launch an attack targeted towards the American assets in the Pacific, the Advanced Missile Defense Network in Guam would respond swiftly and prevent it from causing any key damage. Following the U.S. Army's military buildup in the Pacific Ocean, China and North Korea are aggressively working to refine their missile system and defense strategies. For the United States, their biggest concern should be China's incredible DF-26 Guam killer missile. As the name suggests, this intermediate-range ballistic missile was specifically developed by China to target critical U.S. bases in the region, especially Guam. The DF-26 missile has an incredible range of over 3,000 miles, which means its primary target is Guam in any conflict. Their aim with this missile is to launch it towards Guam at the right moment. Moreover, China is also working on developing hypersonic missiles that are faster, more maneuverable, and harder to intercept. On the other hand, North Korea is also working on enhancing their missile system. The recent development of the Hwasong-16B missile, which can achieve Mach 12 speeds, has raised concerns among the United States allies, notably South Korea and Japan. Unlike China, North Korea's unpredictable behavior and hostile language makes its missile threats considerably more hazardous. A single miscalculation might result in a quick escalation. With these developments, the United States needs a super defense system that can efficiently intercept these missiles. Enter the Aegis Ashore system. Guam's defense is built around the Aegis Ashore system, a cutting-edge missile defense facility that includes a long-range radar, interceptor missiles, and a sophisticated command and control system. Unlike ship-based Aegis systems, which are movable but vulnerable to counterattacks, Aegis Ashore is a stationary, heavily defended facility that provides long-term and reliable protection. The fully integrated TPY-6 radar system improves Guam's capacity to identify and track missile threats with unprecedented precision, particularly hypersonic missiles, which travel at high speeds and are notoriously difficult to stop. The system, which is equipped with SM-3 interceptor missiles, has already proven to be successful in recent U.S. missile defense tests, demonstrating that the U.S. can neutralize prospective missile attacks before they reach their targets.
Engagement of the intermediate-range ballistic missiles right there. You can see 2 good kills on that. So very successful test against 4 incoming missiles, 2 being intermediate ballistic missiles and 2 being subsonic, low to the ground, low to the water cruise missiles.
China has openly opposed the U.S. military buildup in the Pacific, and one of its main reasons is their access to Guam. Since the U.S. has control over such a critical geographical position, China's military strategies have been severely compromised, especially in the South China Sea and Taiwan region. If they decide to take any actions in the region, they must ensure that it clears Guam's formidable defense system. This restriction has significantly scaled down China's offensive capabilities, as they know any action in the Pacific can lead to millions in damage due to the Aegis Ashore system. As their adversaries enhance the effectiveness of their missile systems, the United States is committed to bolstering its military posture in Guam. This would ensure that this critical point remains an impenetrable barrier against future threats. By strengthening Guam's military infrastructure, the United States not only protects its own assets, but also provides a protective umbrella for its regional allies. Thanks to the Guam base and Aegis Ashore system, U.S. has built a formidable defense network. However, this defense becomes even stronger when it partners with South Korea and Japan at a regional level. South Korea operates the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD missile system, which can intercept every short and medium-range ballistic missile. This provides them a secure defense against their biggest adversary, North Korea, and strengthens U.S. defense in the Indo-Pacific region. Similarly, Japan's Aegis-equipped interceptors serve as mobile missile defense units which can easily track and intercept enemy missiles.
Rising China, and a China that is violating international norms on cyber, stealing intellectual property, aggressively and opaquely modernizing their military.
China's been outspoken in its hostility to the developing military cooperation, seeing it as a direct threat to its regional goals. Beijing routinely rejects U.S.-led military cooperation, claiming that it exacerbates tensions rather than maintaining stability. However, Washington believes that strengthening relationships with Japan and South Korea is critical for ensuring regional security and resisting increasing challenges from China and North Korea. With Guam, Japan, and South Korea cooperating on missile defense, China now faces a more fortified and strategically coordinated Pacific area, limiting its capacity to project force unchecked. The U.S. Navy is an important part of the country's missile defense system. Many U.S. Navy warships have the highly advanced Aegis ballistic missile defense system to detect and intercept any warheads. The warships carefully patrol high-risk zones in the Pacific Ocean and fend off any threat to U.S. bases or Allied territories by detecting and intercepting any potential threat. This incredible combination of ship-based Aegis systems with land-based Aegis ashore in Guam, the United States ensures that they are prepared for all sorts of operations. Even though China has a lot more ships than the US, they still lag behind in the warship's missile defense capabilities. They have constantly prioritized expanding their offensive force instead of focusing on building a strong defense system like the US. Due to this, even though Chinese warships are higher in numbers, they might still get overpowered by the US naval forces. A critical element of the US Navy's arsenal is its ultra-powerful Ohio-class submarines. These underwater vessels operate as undetectable and stealthy threats beneath the Pacific Ocean and attack on the opponent when necessary. These vessels were initially designed for nuclear warfare, but some of them are transformed into guided missile platforms, which further enhances their capabilities. Unlike warships, they are vulnerable to satellite and radar tracking, which makes them effective in surprise attacks. These submarines can deploy preemptive strikes if a potential warhead is detected going towards any U.S. or Allied assets. These vessels can stay underwater for several months and operate under a constant state of attentiveness, providing the U.S. Navy a deterrent second strike capability. With this ability, they are sure that if China or North Korea decides to launch an attack towards them, they can quickly retaliate. The U.S. submarines have been a major challenge for the Chinese military. For the past several years, they have failed to develop effective anti-submarine warfare technology to counter these stealthy vessels. Since each Ohio-class submarine can carry 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles, its single deployment could cause widespread destruction, causing China to rethink their strategies. The United States is avidly working towards further expanding their missile defense system to neutralize the most powerful missiles in the world. In a matter of a few years, China and North Korea could come up with a missile that can pass through the Aegis ashore system undetected, causing significant damage. Because of this possibility, they're working on technologies like lasers to intercept missiles faster and quicker. The United States' successful testing of their new Aegis ashore defense system has marked a key shift in the Indo-Pacific conflict. As tensions continue to rise, more effective defense technology may shape future conflicts. That's all for today. How do you think China will respond to this new Pacific defense system? Let us know in the comments. While you're there, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.